This is Ever New with Word Inquiry, and I'm Tahir. Today, the topic under discussion in plant breeding and genetics is genetic engineering. What's genetic engineering? It's simply the addition, deletion, or manipulation of the traits into an organism to get a desirable change. So, here a scientist is interested because it is a new technology. The DNA of interest is gathered from a donor parent and then inserted into the recipient parent to get new hereditary traits. So this is all about genetic engineering. It's this techniques. There are some following techniques used in genetic engineering. Are one is rDNA. rDNA means recombinant DNA technology. In this technology, the following are the steps. First of all, DNA with the gene of interest is extracted or gated from an organism by the use of restriction enzymes, and then this interested gene is inserted into the vector or plasmid for cloning to get multiple copies. So when this gene of interest is incorporated into the vector for cloning, this plasmid is now called as rDNA, recombinant DNA. So this is the next is electro and chemical puration. It's very simple process of genetic engineering. In this, the chemical is used to get some pores into the cell, and then gene of interest is inserted into cell. Next is the process of microinjection. In this type of genetic engineering, gene of interest is inserted into the cell through an injection with fine taped glass needle. So this type of genetic engineering is used to get desirable traits. Next is bioballistics. In this type of technique used in genetic engineering, small silver particles are used in this technique. Then gene of interest is coated into the this particle and then inserted with some shotgun to the cell, and then to get some desirable traits. Then now, what are its implications in medicine, agriculture, and pharmaceutical? In medicine, the genetic engineering in medicine is used as it's used to replace the damaged cells into the new one. Insulin is also a product of genetic engineering. Insulin, in the lack of which is the naturally occurring in human beings, and its deficiency cause diabetic. So when it gets outside of the human beings through this technique. Similarly, gene in therapy is also used in human being, where the damaged cells are replaced into the new one. So this is the use of genetic engineering in medical. In agriculture, the use of pesticide is avoided. Pests are in these techniques, the plants are genetic modified plants are created, and then no use of pesticide because the plant has become tasteless for the pests. Similarly, photosynthetic activities can also be increased, yield can also be increased, use of nitrogen fertilizers can also be reduced through these techniques. This was all about in agriculture, and weedicides also can be decreased by using the technique in agriculture. This is all about by the use of the genetically modified genetically modified plants. So gene of interest when inserted into the plants, then they become different. And next is, for in pharmaceuticals, some drugs are uh, created through genetic engineering. To these drugs used to fight against disease. So this was all about the its implications. Now in cloning, as we have already discussed, that it is used to replace the uh, damaged cell into the new ones. Similarly, sterile women which cannot um, able to born baby are also maybe mm, become fertile by replacement of the cells. So this was also due to genetic engineering. Then next is its disadvantages. Genetically modified organisms like plants and animals like poultry, these are all no doubt that this replacement is the change in traditional ones, but there are some disadvantages. They the destruction of economy due to this, the destruction is of the economy, then they destroy the food chain. Cancer may also be occur. They may be most costly. Misuse of this may create biological weapons. Then they disturb the natural balance, and ultimately biodiversity is disturbed or changed, which is injurious to the nature. So this was all about the genetic engineering, its advantages, its disadvantages, its techniques, and its implications. Thank you.